Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Didn't have the benefit of reading the High Court ruling. And so some of the dispositions were not informed. And so my disposition was that she has to come back home. In fact, I've been on your set.
Yes, I recall.
Countless number that she has to come because she had been convicted. And once you had a public position and you absconded and you were convicted, she had no business whatsoever staying in the United States. So some of us fought for it, that she has to come. In fact, there was an extradition process that has started way back in 2024. And so through that, she came, and we were excited. At a point, we were told that she was not even behind bars. We raised that, we questioned those that were making those claims. They could not substantiate it. So to my mind, she is behind bars. Now, when the Court of Appeal came with their ruling, I was somewhere doing papa. Then my brother, Ebu Bokman, sent me breaking news from one of the media outlets that Sediman Attorney Tamaklo has been acquitted and discharged. Instantly, I was boiled up. I was so furious that why should that happen? And so we were going to go ballistic. But something struck us. I said, look, hold on, wait a minute. You must be a wise person. You must hear from both sides. You have listened to, or you have heard from others why she must be there. But why don't you take your time and get the full ruling or judgment to understand the reasoning behind what the three judges did?
We're saying, yes.
So I waited for like 3 hours, and thankfully I got the full judgment. And I have it here. It's a 94 judgment.
So you printed that?
I expended money.
Wow.
To print it.
You're always complaining about money, Solo.
The little that I get, I use it to print. But you are not buying me printer.
Okay. Okay.
So I printed it, binded it, and took 4 hours
to read it.
When I read the judgment, immediately I became scandalous. I said, what? Why must we sit down for innocent souls to be done in this manner? Look, so quickly, because it's politics, I know the nuances of politics. I went back to check the judges that sat on this
case. On this case, yes.
3 judges.
Okay.
Justice Emmanuel Ankama,
yes.
Justice Samuel Obindiewu, and Justice Emmanuel Senyor Amedai. Do you know Justice Emmanuel Ankama?
You'll have to explain that.
Oh, that is the Sampa, the new Sampa mine.
Oh, right.
He was appointed by President Godfred to the Court of Appeal. 2022. Do you know Samuel Obindiewu? He was appointed to the Court of Appeal in 2022 by President Godfred. Emmanuel Senyor Amede by President Mahama in 2025.
October.
So this is what we are dealing with. Well, that cleared in my mind, because you must deal with it.
What are you implying by this?
No, because you see, immediately it came, the first impression was that President Mahama and this administration has introduced their judges to go and then give a very fictitious or wrongful judgment to save one of their own. So that was the first angle I needed to look at it. Having established that, then I went to the decision whether or not it was unanimous or 2-1 or then it was unanimous. I said, then let me take a critical look at it. Sediman Tamaklo was accused for causing financial loss to the state, stealing, conspiracies to steal, improper use of state property, or what do you call it?
In fact, the number of counts are...
It was 7 but when you drill it down, it becomes about 8.
Right. 9.
9, yes. Now, beyond that, when you go into the judgment, charges 5 to 71, my goodness. That we had an attorney general that went to court and did this. No substance, no clarity, contrary to what Article 19.2. And let me read for you to understand what we are dealing with. And this was a matter that somebody is supposed to go to prison for 10 years. Look, the mere fact that we are saying you must prosecute, and by the way, this Attorney General must take a cue from it. The mere fact that we know people have stolen. If you are doing a case, make sure you do a watertight case so that nobody gets away with that.
What are you implying? That the Attorney General, which Attorney General?
Godfred, I mean, total waste of our time. And not him alone, not him alone.
No.
The judge just sat on this matter. The judiciary must take a second look at it. I'm telling you. If this is how they come by their conclusions, if this is how they disregard the laws of the land. So Article 19.2, with your permission, I read. 19.2d.
I hope it's got something to do with Godfred, because you retract that statement if, if there's no substance.
But the judges have said, what the judges have said, what the judges have said in this judgment is to the effect that we had a very...
No, because you're mentioning his name
ineffective, inefficient, incompetent Attorney General, as well as the judge that sat on it was incompetent. Let's get this straight. So Article 19.2d.
Yes.
Is it Article 19, first of all, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. Now, the D says, be informed immediately in the language he understands and in detail of the nature of the offense charge. Now, if you go to charges, count 5 to 70. I won't, because of your time, sometimes you want to manage or micromanage us here. I will just quickly go into some of the charges and you understand why some of you must be furious. So count 5.
Yes.
I'm coming on.
So this is a judgment.
This is a judgment.
Yes.
I have it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why you just... Give me some few minutes. I will get there.
So I'll put you under fire today.
No, you have to put me.
Look, so why are you mentioning Godfred Ami's name now?
No, Godfred Ami, he has a letter. I'll address it.
Yes, I was about to tell you about that letter. If you read, okay, you.
So let's say count 51.
Okay,
count 51.
I'm giving that to you.
Willful causing financial loss. Yes. Contrary to section 179A of the Criminal Offences Act. 1960, particulars of offense. Said that Tamaglu, Ationo, Daniel Azimo, on or about 25th August 2016, Accra, in the Greater Accra region, willful caused financial loss to the state of 158,000 to the state. What is this?
That is the particulars.
That is the particulars. And when we say particulars, let me read it again. This is count 51. 51.
Yes.
Statement of offense. Willfully causing financial loss to the state contrary to section 179A3 A3A of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29. Now, particulars of offense. Sedna Christian Tamaklu Ationo, Daniel Axim, on or about 25th August 2016, in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 158,000 to the state. You ask yourself, financial loss to which institution? Well, how did they do it? How did it come about? What was the location? This is what Article 19.2 requires. So when you say this, how do you expect the person to come and say, I committed anything?
So how is this Godfred Ami's fault?
He did this. He preferred all these charges. Now, so the court identified that there were defects in the charges. To that extent, they struck out from 5 to 71 all those charges. It was just frivolous, it was scandalous, it was just waste of everybody's time. So it was waste of paper.
Direct question. I'm saying, how is this Godfred Ami's problem?
So Godfred Ami is the one that went to court and did this shoddy work. And remember, you see, it must prick your mind. When Sediman Tamaklu came to this country, what were their communicators saying? They told you that the court was going to overturn the ruling. Is that not the case?
Yes.
That was their mantra. Because they themselves saw the judgment at the High Court and realized that it could not stand the test of time.
So, are you aware that Godfred Ami is telling us at the time this case started, he was not the Attorney General of the Republic?
No. That is another unseriousness. Let me tell you. Sediman Tamaklu was incarcerated somewhere April of 2014, 2024. 2024, is that not the case? April of 2024. By 9th of May 2024, the lawyers had filed an appeal. The mere fact that
they gave notice that they were going to appeal. They are well within time, I agree.
They had appealed.
But I'm asking you a question. That what has this got to do with Godfred Ami?
Because
he was not Attorney General at the time this started.
Let me put it in simple terms. When anyone goes for an appeal, in simple terms, the person is going for, if you're a student, you are going for remarking. That a lecturer had marked your work and you believe that the lecturer did not do well and that you got more marks than what you were given. So it was Godfred Dame's work, together with Justice
So Godfred Dame did not charge Sediman Tamaklo.
No, he did.
No, I mean, he wasn't Attorney General at the time. He told you the beginning, the genesis of the case.
Yeah.
At that time, and you have that statement.
No, the statement.
Is that not what you've printed?
No, he is talking about the appeal, that he wasn't the Attorney General during the time of the appeal. I'm saying that at appeal you don't provide fresh evidence. It has to do with what was adjudicated at the High Court. The court of appeal only takes the judgment at the High Court, all the documents that were presented, and then make a determination on that. Let's go into the matters. Sediman Tamaklo, we were told, had expended 90 million cedis, had led this country to lose 90 million cedis. And when you look at the charges, the colossal amount involved was about 61 million that was involved in the GPR2 transaction. That Maslow together.
So what are you telling me, Zulu?
No. Let's educate our people this morning. That the 61 million Ghana cedis, Maslow and GPR2 signed a contract to provide them with 350 cars.
How is this Godfred Dame's problem? I want you to retract that, because...
Which one am I going to retract, Godfred Dame?
I'm telling you...
I mean,
look, it could take you on for this.
I would be so happy. Look, there is a case that I have not made mention of it. The day, and I'll not mention the name of the case, I'll not talk about it. The day the appeals court will decide on that matter, that is where me and Godfred Dame, it will be all over. Because see, certain things, certain wrongs have been done against personalities, against their human liberties, that the society knows of it, but we have kept quiet.
Have you read a statement from Godfred?
I read it, and it's not matter. Look. Yes, you see, his statement even gives the MBP out. What were we told by J. Bafo and his people? And I have heard a lot of MPP people say that the records of proceedings or the exhibits, some of the documents that were supposed to be transmitted to the appeals court were never done.
That was said in Parliament by Bafo.
And I listened to Godfred Dame himself. This is his letter. You can check whether it is come from him.
No, I want to be sure.
Cross-check.
So this looks like what I've seen on Facebook.
Give it to me.
But today is colored.
You want to spend money to print color, you don't even appreciate it. Now, paragraph 8 of Godfred Dame's own statement.
Yes.
The Court of Appeal, you know this case when it started, the lady that was presiding was Her Ladyship Mensa Dacha. You understand? Yes. Now, the Court of Appeal, presided over by Her Ladyship Mensa Dacha, proceeded to inquire. In fact, if I read it from you will not even understand. Let me start from 6.
Yes.
This is Godfred Dame speaking.
Statement, yes.
My understanding is that the prosecuting state attorneys were surprised when they were served with the written submissions of the accused appellant on 16 February 2026, because they had no prior notice of the pendency of any proceedings. Nonetheless, they put together written submissions in opposition to the appeal and applied for leave from the Court of Appeal to file same, which they did on 9 April 2026. Now, 7. In their written submissions, the principal state attorney repeated complaints about an incomplete record of appeal. Are you taking notes?
Yeah, so that's where it emerged.
And the omission from the record of all the exhibits tendered by the prosecution at the trial, and the fact that they became aware of the instant proceeding after the court had directed the parties to file their written submissions. Now listen to the 8. The Court of Appeal, presided over by Her Ladyship Mensa Dacha J, proceeded to inquire into the fundamental matters raised by the state attorneys which affected the court's jurisdiction to determine Ms. Attorney's appeal. By ordering that, listen, this is Mensa Dacha ordering that 3 volumes of the record of appeal, which the Republic did not have access to at the time it filed its written submission, be given to the Republic. Now, when she ordered this, listen to Godfred, this was done.
I have the judgment here.
You have the judgment there?
I have the judgment, yeah.
This was done.
Yes, the rectification.
The matter was adjourned. So those that are going to town with that fact that, there were some exhibits that were missing, these are all pure propaganda.
So the court had provided opportunity
everything. And let me say that I don't know how you want us to proceed today, because this is a matter that must take the entire time. I'm not interested in your next topic.
I know.
I want us to deal, because it is very dangerous for you to put an innocent soul behind bars. What I'm saying is that all this noise has come about because Madam Achiono has cornered from this country.
So in all this submission, there's only one challenge I have.
Needless.
There's only one challenge.
What charge do you have?
I'll come back.
All right, I'll be on standby.
And it's because that you've spoken for almost how many minutes? You've not mentioned the name of the Attorney General of this Republic.
But
you don't see him as doing anything.
No, but but let me say that,
particularly when Godfred is telling you that
and to this government
by this time,
the AG must not waste anybody's time and tell us that he's going on appeal. He must not go and spend every one city.
But I'll come back.
That will be woefully costly financial.
I'll come back to you on the AG.
All right. With the issues that were raised by my brother there, you see, we are building a country.
Okay.
If our forebears made mistakes, it is for you to improve on what we are doing. That is why anytime people equate politics to lies, I get angry. Politics must be a decent game. When you are fed with documents, when you have a ruling before you, you must go into it and stop that cheap politicking. First of all, because you see, when you impugn that because there is a new administration, that's why people are being prosecuted, then you are not being fair to the facts. The 3 judges that sat on the matter, Sediman, what was the name? Ankama, Justice Samuel Obiediwu, were appointed by President Kufuor. You understand? That was appointed by John Mahama. So 2 from the Eswell administration, 1 from this administration. So you were expecting, if we were to go by your analogy, it should have been 2-1. Is that
and surprisingly, the High Court judge,
what's up?
They wanted to send it to
Supreme Court. That was what brought the matter.
Yes,
you understand?
It was President Mahama who took to the High Court, and President Kufuor 2020.
Exactly. So if these 3 judges came to one determination, unanimity, that indeed Sediman Tamaklo should not be behind bars, then it must prick your conscience for you to go into the judgment and read it, rather than to say, and let me finish by saying that the mere fact that you prefer 100 charges, if the charges are bogus, it must not mean that it must stand. We must be angry at Godfred for that inquiry. It explains to you why he was negotiating with somebody on phone. You know why he was negotiating with a witness on phone? But go and do Adansi Cruz. Go and lie. So that somebody will be behind that. He's so incompetent, he must not be closer to. He must not be bad immediately. That gentleman must be bad.
If not because Blessed is an independent actor, he himself knows that the judgment.
So bogus a judgment.
That the High Court.
How can the judge?
If you read this judgment,
how can the judge do that?
Maybe you've not read. People take their time.
How can you convict somebody for payments done by
another person? 61 million.
Why? Your party has an official position.
So my point is
the NPP statement is out. We just have 10 minutes to deal with this. So let's deal with it.
You don't have time.
No, we have time. We have time. I will also deal with that. They will interject.
I say they have not issued a statement.
No, they have.
They
issued a statement. No, he's not the only person. So what statement? There's a statement. So
you were even giving one minute,
interjection,
which I was not.
I know.
You understand?
That's why I'm coming.
We can even give you 1 hour.
Okay. No interjection, please. Awal.
Yes.
Your party is saying in your statement that because of what has happened to Sediman Tamaklo, Chairman Wontumi ought to be freed.
Yes.
You're making 2 demands.
Yes.
And that one, I don't have to show you the statement because you've read it.
So before that, Solo said 2 of the judges were appointed by Akufo-Addo. That should tell you how Akufo-Addo appointed judges without looking at who they are. If you look at even at the Supreme Court, there are judges that he had appointed, even at the Supreme Court, that there is no single, but the person has
judges are independent.
So it tells you that indeed he appointed people without looking at where they stood.
Okay, that's good.
At the time, because even at the Supreme Court, there are 2 judges. Since Akufo-Addo appointed, there was no single case that had come before them that they had even ruled for the
can we deal with my...
Samadou Tanko is one of them. He was appointed by Akufo-Addo. But almost all the things that is happening within this company, he is doing a lot of work for them. That is 1. 2 is that if you look at the appointments by...
I'm asking you a question.
It's a waste of time. He will not use it.
March came here and started moving from Azerbaijan to Pakistan and never came to Ghana.
Hold on. Your party says you're making 2 demands. You're asking for Chairman Wontumi to be freed. Let's deal with that aspect of the demand.
Before I get to that, before I get to it. Now, the judges are telling us that someone who was standing trial, absconded, left the country, refused to come. Sureties were invited. Everything was done. That and the prosecution proceeded with the case with another person, got conviction, and they are telling us that she's free. Our money is no longer with her and everything. So we hear that. Okay, that is why we're saying that it is more political than legal.
It is not true.
It is more political. This ruling is more political than legal. Now, what we're demanding is that if you look at, because if you listen to Nanabi yesterday, because it was Nanabi who addressed the
you also released
yes. If you listen to Nanabi yesterday, and if you read, he's our national organizer.
Nanabi.
Right.
Yes, he's our national organizer.
Great.
Since this government came, there is growing fear in the judiciary after they used Trump-up charges to remove the Chief Justice. So there is fear within the
borrowing my word.
It's not your word, but did you invent that word?
Okay, go ahead.
Did you invent that word?
Yes.
You made it. Understand? Go ahead.
So
yes.
They used Trump-up charges to remove the Chief Justice. And we saw a lot of kangaroo rulings in this country. To the extent that you had a judge who said that we are not equal before the law. That judge has been appointed by President Mahama into a high court after his retirement.
So why are you asking for
And again, we're saying that if you look at Chama to me, and if you look at the gravamen of the issues and why he was incarcerated, now, even if you're not a lawyer, you should understand this, that you have your house. Someone came to do something illegal in the house.
You called
and he was called that he admitted that I did it.
It's funny.
I have done something illegal. Then you tell the person, come and testify against the owner of the place so that you go scot-free.
Do you have evidence?
Argument is not for TV.
I'm saying that
I'm saying that this one is not for you.
The person who has been incarcerated,
it's a beer bar argument to make.
Just listen to a while.
The person,
listen to it, so I'll come to you.
The person who was caught doing galamsey. The person who was caught destroying our water bodies. The person who was caught destroying our water bodies. You call him and tell him that our aim is the owner and not you. So come and testify against.
Who said that?
That is the prosecution.
Which prosecution?
Yes, they converted the person into prosecution.
No, the judgment. Which part of that?
They converted the person doing
which one is
into prosecution.
Where in the judgment? Where in the judgment?
Great.
Who was the prosecuting witness?
All right.
The prosecution was allowed by another.
No, I'm saying that who is the prosecuting witness?
So that's why you're saying.
I'm saying that you converted the person doing the illegality.
That's why you're asking.
The person has not been jailed.
Yes,
the person is just left scot-free.
Is that why you are asking?
Go for remarking, they will give you.
Yes, because we believe that it is more political. His incarceration is more political than legal, because look at the haste at which they will want to really put him before jail, to the extent that we even had to call them to even move the charges to the Supreme Court for interpretation. They just said no.
Okay, great.
She will still deliver her judgment.
The law is clear.
Okay, so now the MPP says let's release Chairman Mutumi because of this.
Well, I think that is frivolous. it's an unreasonable call, because if nothing at all, Sediman went through a court process to be acquitted.
No.
So if there is anything at all, Chairman Mutumi, the same court doors are open. You need to walk through the doors. If he gets acquitted, we'll come here and discuss it. You understand?
How can he get that?
There is nothing like.
How can he get that?
All right.
There is.
How can he get that?
If he knows he not get when he knows he not get, why is he going? So, blessed.
Just make the point.
Like I started. Right. When you hear this Sediman case and you don't get angry, then I don't.
You are just contradicting yourself.
But
you are concluding that she's also not innocent.
If you read the judgment.
Then you talk about the Wuntumi because he's aware that
I'm saying that
politically motivated. That's why he cannot talk about Wuntumi.
The appeal court.
He can't talk about
the appeal court has provided basis.
Talking about Wuntumi.
Yeah, I'm saying that in this particular instance, the appeal court has provided basis.
Which appeal court in Wuntumi? Which appeal court in Wuntumi?
Gentlemen.
Yes, okay.
We are
in the appeal court.
We are on TV.
People are watching. Appellate has not been.
We are on TV. So in the Wuntumi's case, I think the remedy, subsequent remedy, lies in the appeals court, and the doors are open, and his lawyers have intimated that they are going. So let's wait and see. You understand?
Okay, so and that is the outcome.
No, now who is going to do that? And even the power granted the president under Article 72 is not a birthday gift that can be thrown out. I mean, the prerogative power of mercy must be exercised with discretion and decorum.
Yeah. So Wuntumi to be free, that's the demand of the MPP.
I keep telling you that when you go to work for remarking, it doesn't mean that the marks that you had, if you had 49, you could reduce to 40. In the same way, if Wontumi goes on appeal and they look at the matter, it could even increase.
Oh, it could increase?
Absolutely, because then you are challenging.
But the president has the power to just free.
Why must the president? He cannot be using this arbitrary.
The president cannot even.
Wontumi has the right to appeal, which I would always support. Okay. He has done so.
Okay.
The law court must do justice to it. I have read the 2 judgments, and I can say without any shred of doubt that the work that the current AG did on the Wontumi case was solid. You understand?
Solid?
So solid. You go through that's why I say that it's not about emotions. We are educating the people. Right. Go through the both judgments, the Wontumi one, and go through what Godfred damage and still have the guard the person going around and be running the person doing
but why are you not blaming Alan? Alan was the one who brought Wontumi to the MPP.
He brought him to behave well. He didn't bring.
You have to take responsibility.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Wontumi has said he didn't bring. When he was looking for a lawyer, Nanabi is a lawyer. He was there.
But Alan was the one who brought him.
Now he has turned himself into a press conference.
Alan was the one who brought him.
It's not true.
He brought him. He didn't bring him. He brought him to be good.
Wontumi has said that it's not true. You should tell him where he brought him.
Debbie Kama, I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal le Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.